Governments fear drugs not only for addiction, but for power. Drugs undermine authority by creating empires outside the state. They hate rivals who tax, rule, and command loyalty. Drugs erode sovereignty, turning cities into narco-fiefdoms. No government tolerates another crown within its walls. Drugs drain treasuries through corruption and blood wars. Every bribe handed to a politician weakens the state. Every murdered judge sends a message of defiance. Drugs destabilize economies by creating black markets of gold. Cartel economies rival nations in scale and reach. Governments hate losing monopoly on violence. Cartels wage war against the state itself. Every narco war challenges state legitimacy. Every cartel tax mocks official taxation. States crave control, but drugs thrive in chaos. Governments hate that drugs rewrite cultural values. Narco culture challenges state-approved myths. Drugs blur lines between heroes and villains. Every addict is seen as lost citizen. Every overdose is a failure written on the nation. Drugs weaken armies by infiltrating their ranks. They destabilize police by buying their loyalty. Drugs feed insurgencies with rivers of profit. Governments hate drugs because they fuel endless conflict. Drugs rewrite geopolitics faster than treaties ever can. Entire wars in Asia, Latin America, and Africa trace back. Drugs weaponize poverty against the state. They weaponize wealth by corrupting the elite. No government tolerates shadows bigger than itself. Drugs embarrass rulers before their citizens. They weaken trusting institutions meant to protect. They prove democracy and dictatorship both bleed equally. Drugs reveal state hypocrisy in alcohol, tobacco, and opium. They show moral codes are written for convenience. Drugs expose fragile borders states pretend are strong. Smugglers outwit armies with creativity. Cartels innovate faster than states legislate. Governments hate losing wars they declare. Every failed raid weakens state mythology. Every escape humiliates national pride. Drugs erode the myth of omnipotent government. They mock the illusion of law and order. Governments hate the rival kings made of powder. They hate stories where criminals become folk heroes. Drugs expose cracks in global cooperation. Cartels thrive on fractured alliances and denial. No state unites faster than against narcotics. But unity hides their mutual hypocrisy. Drugs humiliate militaries armed with billions in weapons. They prove money beats firepower again and again. Governments hate being forced to compromise with shadows. They hate citizens idolizing smugglers over generals. They fear losing monopoly on dreams. They fear losing monopoly on nightmares. Drugs make the state appear fragile before its enemies. They make the state appear unjust before its people. Governments hate the cost of endless prisons. They hate the cost of endless coffins. They fear narco wealth buying entire cities. They fear narco influence buying entire elections. They hate the humiliation of infiltration at the top. They hate narco families rivaling dynasties of royalty. They hate narco armies flying flags in daylight. They hate civilians forced into loyalty by fear. They hate rival justice imposed with brutality. They hate parallel governments born from drugs. They hate every secret empire beneath their feet. They hate every legend that outshines their story. They hate futures they cannot control. They hate histories where states seem weak. They hate truths whispered louder than their speeches. In the end, governments hate drugs because drugs reveal them.